It's time to stream. It is time to stream. Do my announcement stuff. Okay. This probably okay. It is set to public. Good. I will do a blue sky post. Did my blue sky thing, and now I'm setting it to go live. For 4 hours. And what's next? Discord. Do vertical third, sure. That's good enough posting. Let's just start working. Alright, so my to-do list today is so as a recap of what I've done, I have a little bit of changes with the UI. I'm trying to, I have a little bit of a feature setup that I'm using for this. So right now it's just, you're limited to 8 spells. This is just sit for rest, but you have an actual thing for it, and then it regens with combat and stuff. Your auto attack, and then this will eventually be, now these will probably, I won't even show these eventually. They'll just be known as sit, and this will eventually be fast travel. I've pulled out the buttons, which were previously here. I've pulled them out down here to be a bit more standardized from an MMO perspective. And the previous system I worked on was the Registry Chronicles, which is basically an achievement system merged into your quest system. And so instead of getting a kill quest to go kill 10 bears, you just go out and kill 10 bears, and you can come here and get the XP for it. So it completely eliminates just generic kill quests, puts it in the achievement system, and you get XP. Exploration's the same thing. You can walk around the world, go to different camps, and get XP, and you have all these different tracks for just getting bonus XP by doing stuff. You can even get XP by dying. And I'll adjust these values in the future. And right now it's just XP. In the future it's going to be XP, items, spells, recipes, all these different things. And so it's going to be multiple rewards, not just experience. But System 1.0 is just experience, and I got the kind of structure of the thing going. And all of these are also leaderboards. And so you can see how you're doing compared to other people. And some of these will be better leaderboards than others, and others. Um, I'm going to definitely have a lot of fun with the exploration one of like, go find this book in this place, and you know, those who do so will get some bonus stuff for it. Questing obviously are going to be much more limited in the future because like we're trying to go away from like quest hubs and things. So it's we want like very quality quests. If you get a quest and you complete it, it should be like should feel like an epic quest adventure type thing, not just some random one-off thing that you did for no reason. Experience or gathering, you can now get experience while gathering. So for people that just want to go around do that, they can, and there's some actual value in it. And again, all of these, if you look at the defeats, like this is kind of like what we're going to do in general. Not only are there like individual elementals you've killed and tracks for that, but then there's total elementals you've killed, and there's tracks for that, and leaderboards for that. And so kind of getting into that idea of, and then there's bosses, how many times you killed a boss. And going back to like, if someone wants to do hardcore, like you don't need a hardcore system, your stats are being recorded right now, and you can see how many times you died. And obviously the text being displayed right now is kind of incorrect, but I'll fix that later on. It's not something I'm caring about right now. And so we have leaderboards and the chronicles. What was the other? Oh yeah, then the world map. And so here's my world map. I've started with this, and I really like the simplicity of it all. And it's very you can like obviously click to move it around. Sometimes if you click directly on a thing, it won't move it around. So you kind of can click off to the side of it and whatnot, because these are actual buttons here. But you can see where the different camps around the world are, and this kind of corresponds with each one of these as an exploration location you can get for some free XP. And it kind of promotes just wandering. All these systems are trying to really promote just like pick a direction and start killing stuff, and you get bonuses for doing so. That's the general idea there. And you can obviously zoom this in, zoom it out. Eventually I'll have like a zoom out. If you zoom out far enough, it'll snap into a mini map, and like you can stick that somewhere probably. But I really like the simplicity in design. I took a basically a screenshot with an orthographic camera on our actual level, because this is obviously not, this is a test level, not the actual camp level. And then I stylized it a little bit in Photoshop with just some basic like paint filters, and it created a nice kind of stylized look to it. And our game is stylized, so it kind of goes into play. And so there's that system. And then there's obviously the Registry of Chronicles, which I kind of like that name, Registry of Chronicles. It kind of sounds nice. And now the next system that we have planned is the Fabled Expeditions. And I'm going to start the groundwork for that right now. And so MMOs are so much about this, right? It's never this one system is going to like make or break the game. It's how that you might have one specific feature system, and like in Ashes Creation, the node system was something very interesting that they were doing. But if you just jumped into a game and it was just the node system, that'd be kind of useless. It wouldn't be anything super special. Hopefully my microphone is on, right? Yeah, okay. Forgot to check for that. And so MMOs live and die by the fact of, multiple systems. I'm trying to move this closer to my mouth a little bit, but MMOs are always, layers and layers of systems over systems over systems, and then how does your combat, how do those all come together and create an overall experience? And so now, like I did a little bit, I'm preparing for what my next, like, right now we have version 1.0 of combat, and that is with our kind of like my little combo system. You can mix and match abilities for combos, and so that was like rank 1 Blink, and then rank 2 Fireball, and then I can go, I did just a rank 3 Blink again, but, oh, put the speakers on my headset. And so that's the type of thing here. And then this little guy right here is just it's a kind of a cooldown on the trinket, or the, what do I call them? I guess it's a ring. I thought it was the charm or something, but it's the ring. And so yeah, let's just jump into the next thing. And if you're interested, we do have a playtest tomorrow from noon to midnight. You can just obviously the link is tagged on the chat right now, but you just go to Epic Game Store and search up obviously Ruins of Tearyn, and the demo is there to download. So and that's how you would participate in the playtest tomorrow. We're always, our main priority, along with gameplay, is all very technical. It's stress testing our servers. We're trying to figure out what is our cap very early on levels, because as you develop a vertical slice, and like we're at the stage of we mostly have a complete vertical slice. It's more like polishing that vertical slice and then answering future questions with that vertical slice. And as you might have seen in the past, we've done previous, like we have persistency, we have online dedicated servers in the cloud, all these things, and we've had probably around 20 different countries log in and play with no problems on our server stuff. And so now we're right at the stage of we need we need to find out in one single zone how many people can we have playing in there before server lag starts to happen. Client lag is different, like visual graphical lag is completely different. I need to understand if the server just stops working at some point, at some threshold of players. And I can make a lot of noise if we get to about, we're expecting around 100 people, because that's what Fortnite does, right? Or has done in the past. So that's the expected target of 100 people. If we get anywhere above that, it's, raising eyebrow, very interesting. If we get above 200, that's when we're like, hey, our stuff's pretty good. And my vertical third code, it's looking nice. All right, it's looking nice. So let's jump into, take a swig of water. Let's jump into my scope. So I'm, oh, I do want to do that. Let me go to, that's a quick fix. For content and recording, I need to go to a spectator. And I need to make a what do I want to use? F6 maybe? Do I have anything at F6? F9, F10, F8. And over here we have, I think it's, let me check the input. All right, so let's try F6 for now. And this will do get all characters of class. This will be player characters. And again, this is for the just the spectator. So it's not going to affect a lot of people. As soon as they spawn to the game, they no longer have the spectator thing. Yeah, I don't want to do character. I only want players. And then what is is it just nameplate show, I think, right? Nameplate show. Nameplate. Toggle. Now, what I want to add to this is let me just try this real quick. And do what? 900 by 600. If I spectate, I hit F6. Alright, so I think I'm using that somewhere already then. I want to show everything but health, like resources. Nine. Or maybe it's, oh, it's controller. That's what I'm missing. F6 key. F12, okay, F6, okay. So I don't need F6 here. Hide all nameplates. Okay, whatever. Maybe I'll do this. I'll leave the references character, and then maybe I do okay. Shift. Oh, so shift. Let's reverse this for one. Alright, so we have F6 and F6. And then if we do Shift F6, it's showing AIs. Okay. So normal F6 is just players, and then Shift F6 is all characters. Fair enough. And I do want to change the display here. Hide all player nameplates. Player. Nameplates. So I'm always like slowly improving my spectator and camera controls because I need to update my trailer. And if I ever get that tiny moment where I get like 50 plus people in the game, I need to be there to record it and record it well. And so, because the trailer, the announcement trailer we have is a year old at this point, and it's like not even close to the same visual impact. So I'm trying to improve that. And now, I wonder if I can do Alt-Shift F6. And for this one, we're going to keep the base of players. Hide. Oops. And duplicate that. And so we come through, we hit player, nameplate, hide all nameplates, and then we do toggle nameplate. Let's add to this resources. So this nameplate toggle nameplate toggle. I'm going to add hide. Will be like name only. Name only. Actually, we'll just do so we're visible. Maybe I need to rethink this. Right, this is for the character. So we go here. Nameplate toggle. So we're not doing nearby target, but if we are name only, false, we just do this. And then true, we need to get the nameplate widget. And RT, nameplate, hide, resources. I guess we'll do a true. No, I don't think we use this. I think we use the name on the actual thing. So I need to actually pull this out, get health, prim bar, and then we do set visibility. Okay, back to player controller. Name only, which goes to the player master. I guess we actually don't need a branch there. We just need let's see if that's working as expected. Crash. Crash. Well, let's just start with, I guess 3 people. Oh, I guess we'll start with 2, whatever. And then play. I think it did save. I think I was smart enough to hit save before trying things. I think it's Alt 6, F6. Alright, so I have to hide the canvas panel, not the... it's also not coming back, which is odd. Alright, so the things we had up were the player controller, and then this is going to the character. Maybe I just didn't, widget resources? No, the nameplate. Right, so I do have these reversed. That should be hidden, and this should be, but what I actually want to do is not that. It is pretty much everything but the name. Alright, so canvas panel health level nameplate. Now, obviously, this could be much more better structured, but I am just trying to ship something right now, so I am doing bare minimum. Alright, okay, that still did not do what I wanted it. I just want to see the player name. That's it. There we go. Okay. Now, why? Okay. That would be why. Let's just do F5, I guess. F5. And we do this one. Okay, so if name only, is on the character, nameplate toggle. So if name only is false, we want to not hide the resources. If it's true, we want to if it's name only, we want to hide the resources. If it's, yeah, that should be right. If we say it's name only, we hide resources. If it's not name only, we show resources. There might have been some complications with just having 3 buttons bound to the same thing. So now if we hit F5 instead of F6, okay, there we go. So that's fine. But the other thing is not resetting it, which is a little odd. If I go to player nameplates, they're both set to name only to false. Oh, I wonder if, I don't know. It shouldn't matter because it's always doing this. I'm confusing the hell out of this way more than I need to. I'm going to put this back to what it was. And instead of doing any of that, I'm going to leave that completely how it was. Go to the player controller, no resources. And what I'll do is rename this. Toggle resources. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make a new whole chain of things. And we're going to do the player new function, toggle player nameplate resources. And then the thing is nameplate hide resources. Nameplate hide resources. And you literally just flip-flop. All right, let's also just rename this. I think this is goofing me as well. Nameplate resources visibility. And we'll have that set as true. Make this so much more readable. So if it is true, go up here. If it's false, if it's hidden. And we can take tertiary out because I don't use tertiary at all right now. And so now we go back to the player controller, which is communicating here, which is nameplate resources, toggle nameplate resources. I think I could just literally take that out. All right. So controller, just recap. Hit F5, it does this. Connects to the player character. which we then flip-flop from true to whatever, which is contacting the widget. Nameplate here, doing that. And we crashed, of course. Go Unreal. All right, so inherently it should do nothing. If I do this, it's not doing anything. Once I show players, I now can hide the resources. Yay. And then I can basically go around. Now I probably should center that and lower it just to be extra. And that's actually pretty easy to do. We just go to the, the interface, the new one. What? Oh. I'm not on the master. Okay. So we're just going to take the nameplate. And by default, it is 124. Set local or set relative location. And does it have anything? Doesn't have anything there. So all we're doing is if it's hidden, we're going to bring it down to like 90. If it's not hidden, we'll bring it back up to 124. And so we do F6, and then there we go. And so it's a little out of sync. Or I'm doing it on the wrong. These are reversed, I think. Alright, so now F6. There we go. tiny bit down more. Tiny bit. Like 80. No phone, TT. All right, that's good enough for now. That'll help me a little bit with some good videos. I will be right back. I'm gonna help my kiddo. Sorry about all that. I had a kiddo need food. A special needs child, so I was helping them out. They need a bit of time to relax, I would say, is the phrase I'm going to use. And get some a little bit of food myself, and just to make sure this works still. All the usual stuff. Hit spectate. We have F6, which does that. F7, or I guess Shift F6, which is everyone. And then F5. Is no longer working. What? Oh, there. There it is. Okay. So F5 is just names. And then I think it's Shift F6 to hide everything. F6 again for characters, and that's all I want. And then F12, I can just hide the UI altogether. And so this is the type of thing I'm trying to, because my mouse is going all over the place. I'm just trying to do that type thing, just for pure recording purposes. And so that part's good. Handy dandy. And let's move on to the main thing I wanted to do today. Because I need to basically do a 1.0 of the system, build it, test it, all tonight, and ship it. So, fun times for me. And now, what we got? So, monsters drop parts. They have different quality levels. That's just data entry, all easy to do. Alters to summon the boss at is pretty straightforward. Crafting recipes, data entry. Create the monster crafting trade skill. So our to-do is create the trade skill. Type recipes for each boss. Honestly, there's barely even a system I need to code here. It's mostly data entry. Alright, well, let's just pick a direction and start working. Database, loot. Did I put the crafting stuff here? Okay, recipe book. I think I'll call... Should I call the trade skill trade skills should be monster crafting, I think. Or let's think. Monster crafting. Um, Ritual oriented. Because I like using fabled expeditions to declare the system. So it's like very player facing of. Let me close my door real quick. I like to be able to save fabled expeditions for the system as a whole, and the fabled expeditions includes monster crafting. But I want to call it something that I think monster crafting kind of sounds lame, even though it's very descriptive, so it's very clear to. Um, and let me think. Words for dark rituals. Just looking at weird names right now. Demonology stuff is kind of bad because the stuff we're creating and summoning isn't always demons. Maybe not thesaurus for magic of creating life. Somehow throw in ashes of creation. Creation of ashes. There we go. There's our trade skill. Metamorphosis could be something cool. That's very trade skilly. Metamorphosis. Um, Metamorphosis. What can I do with that? Metamorphosis. I kind of like that as the trade skill name. Yeah, I feel like it could be some other word. Metamorphosis rituals or Alright, I'm just going to start with metamorphosis. It's good enough. And if we need to change later, we'll go that route. Metamorphosis. And that's weird that that name's showing up there. Oh, okay. And now we gotta go to the crafting component. Put this in. Alright, I crashed randomly by hitting the pop-up menu bar. Nice stuff. Yeah, this is honestly, I'm actually kind of surprised. This is going to be very largely just data entry to get the system integrated. I almost have everything I need for this system. That's the wrong level. All right. So I need the trade skill. Add morphosis. Gotta spell that word out. Sound it out. Okay. So quick find references on all of these. Okay, I'm going to double check the widget. Sometimes the blueprint search doesn't work properly. I think it might be something to do with this version, but this one as well. I'm surprised I have different panels for all these, but okay. Oh wait, I do need a. Oh no, I don't. Um, place that. It goes up there. All right, now this meta. Yep. And then let's just do a quick test item. So I'll do a. Oh, do I have a monster part? Oh, ingredients for metamorphosis. We'll just grab loot lightning, sure. Copy here. We'll call this orc bones. Inventory, crafting, sure. From a fallen orc. Sure, stackable. Appearance, let's see, bone. Gotta have some sort of bone. Rarity, we'll do common. It's a 2D loot. Do I make these instant? I think I'm gonna make these instant pickups. And then these are all not necessary. Okay. And then we go to the trade skills. We plop in orc bones. Oh wait, that's an item. We need a recipe now. So let's go to recipes. And this is recipe. Say orc. What is his name? Thornrill. Recipe. I'll just say Thornrill. I don't need orc. Okay, craft time 2. We're going to need the orc bones. We'll just say recipe result amounts. Let's do like 50. Oh, that's the results. Results are 1. Amounts here. I guess we'll just say 10 for testing. And then that's supposed to be there. And then the item we get is something different. Well, I'm just going to check recipe name. Fabled Thornrill. And this recipe goes to the recipe book. And let's see if there's anything we're missing to introduce a new trade skill. Oh, let's disable some stuff real quick. Those are all disabled now. I don't need to fight anything at the moment, but I will just randomly turn on the target dummy. Put this back to 1. Alright, so now we go to crafting, and metamorphosis, and fabled Thornrill. Okay. So the next step is to just spawn a bunch of them, and then make sure the crafting recipe goes through. And so I will just drop a bunch of orc bones. And stack size. Let's see if this works. 5 to 10. I haven't tested that in a while. It should work. Get the sound back in my headphones. Alright, there's the orc bones item. I loot it. Got 10 stack there. 5 stack. And 4 stack. Or a 9 stack or something. I do need to go to the inventory component and add that little piece of loot. Okay, that gave me an error just because I forgot to add it to the main table. And now we're back to crafting. And we have the orc bones. And so we have 10 of them. Metamorphosis, fabled, whatever. We have what we need. Now we're going to craft. And it's just going to give us one back. Which is whatever. But it looked like it worked. I
suppose I need to now let's create the actual thing that summons the thorn roll. So we're going to create an item that's just going to be brought somewhere. And then we kind of, again, this is all phase 1.0 of what we're doing. So the loot crafting, ingredients, loot ingredients, metamorphosis, and then the loot, we'll say crafting, I'll just start a new category. Monster. I need like a name to label these things, like a voodoo doll or a, that's a bad example. Metamorphosis key or metamorphosis essence or soul. Metamorphosis soul is kind of cool. And you have to go craft its soul in order to go bring it to the altar to revive it. Yeah, I like that. And so I'll just put results. And then this will be metamorphosis. And this is going to literally be, I can just copy this right here. And loot soul thorn real. And let's just change some data on here. Soul of thorn real. And okay, loots whatever, appearance whatever, should all be fine. And now we go over here. Okay, so recipe, metamorphosis, thorn roll. It'll pull on this. Let's get some sort of icon for it. Items, artifacts, could be cool. Maybe these. These look a little cheesy though. These look, a lot of these look god awful. Is there any type of I think these ones are kind of better. They actually have some decent stuff put into them. I could make them candles, candle of whatever. Would be kind of cool. I mean, I could have different themes throughout. I think different themes throughout lots of stuff is better. Let's just stick that guy in there. Alright, and recipe level, amounts, and loot, Sword of Thorn roll, but this is not going to be stackable. Or if we do let it stack, it's going to be very few. We'll say no stacking for now. Do I? Alright. Alrighty, Metamorphosis, Fabled Thorn roll, at 16 out of 10. Hit craft. And there it is. And so now all I need to do is basically have a way to turn this in somewhere. To effectively spawn the boss. And it would basically, I would just copy the original Thorn roll and up everything up to make them harder, more abilities and stuff. And so the question becomes, is it a usable? Can I alter the camp? Or for now, do I just make an alter? I'll be right back. I just realized I've been working with my screen at BRB. Good job. Very nice. So fun. Alright, so I was working on a Fabled Expedition system, which is kind of like monster summoning for stronger bosses. But I'm going to just switch over to trying to QA test for tomorrow's test. And I will do some offline testing in regards to this. So let's just go ahead and do the inventory, root. We're going to go ahead and put our loading screen back on. Let's just go down my list of packaging steps. Alright, so I've done that. Make sure Sky is working before building. So let's just, number one, let's go to, we want to remove GM server from here. And I believe it's removed from here as well. I don't think I ever attached it to this. Alrighty. Now I will do a build paths for this. Hit save. And then I will go to back to mechanic testing. I think I need to just open with this. Okay, let's quickly test the map lighting. And it's working. Okay, so I can put this back to transition. And then for a project launcher, we're going to do a client. I'm going to put this over to Windows Editor. That's all we need to do. And I don't have to worry about official packaging stuff. I guess I should, because there's a chance it could screw up with or without it. Pop that there. So directories to cook. We want server files to never cook is server. And client, client, client. Let's look here. So client, that's good. Did that. Oh, I did not do that. Okay. So clear game instance, remove the active character, remove playfrag logins, default map. Did that, did that, did that. Overrides. I don't think I did any overrides, so I'm good there. Enable all AI. That could be something I didn't do. Okay, they're all good. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. One more test. The sky likes to weirdly break occasionally. And now we can build the client. And I think I'm just going to stop my stream here. This might take a while to build. I'm running a little bit low energy, and I'll save my voice for tomorrow a little bit. Again, if you want to play, come by tomorrow. You can download it at the Game Store. Link is in the pinned comment right now. From noon to midnight tomorrow, our servers will be online. So feel free to come by and bring a friend and start getting some XP. Thank you for watching as I mumbled through this and was kind of AFK for a little bit there. But thank you for watching. We really appreciate wish lists, all that stuff. And just, you know, come try Ruins of Tearyn out tomorrow. I'll see you there.